Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about that feeling of being, well, stuck. You know, that really challenging space between where you've been and where you're heading.
So let's really get into this, because believe it or not, our source says that every single one of us is in some kind of transition right now. Yeah, you heard that right. It could be a career change, a personal hurdle, or hey, just the process of getting older. We're all on some sort of journey.
And that feeling, that kind of uncertain in-between space, well, it actually has a name. And just knowing what it is, that's the first real step to figuring out how to get through it.
So the whole idea from our source material is built around this incredible Portuguese word, travessia. And this isn't just, a simple transition. It's a tough crossing, a journey that really tests you, shapes you, and in the end, it kind of defines who you become.
Just think about it like this. The travessia is that gap, right? That really tough space where all your potential gets hammered into reality. It's not just a waiting room, no way. It's an active, almost sacred place where the most important work of your life is actually happening.
Okay, so what if we've been looking at this whole journey thing completely wrong? The source we're looking at offers this totally radical shift in thinking that just flips everything we thought we knew about these tough times on its head.
And here it is. This is the absolute core idea. Most of us think the hard part, the process, is just something we have to grit our teeth and get through to reach the good stuff, right? But what if the process is the good stuff? The source is saying the journey itself is the whole point. It's the destination and the reward, all wrapped up in one.
You can see it right here. This totally reframes waiting from something passive into something active and meaningful. It's the difference between thinking, another delay, and, okay, this is part of the purpose. And once you make that mental switch, you can start finding real value right now, not just waiting for some future payday.
But let's be real for a second. These transitions, they can feel so incredibly lonely, so quiet. It can really feel like you've just been left on your own. And that brings us to a really powerful analogy that helps make sense of that silence.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're up against this huge challenge, you're praying for some kind of sign, some guidance, and you get crickets. Just silence. Well, the source material has this fantastic, super relatable answer for why that happens. Wow, that just nails it, doesn't it? The silence isn't a sign that you've been abandoned. It's not absence. It's a sign that you're in the middle of a test. And even more than that, it's a sign that you're trusted to use everything you've already learned to pass it.
And the source gives us another great analogy. Think about a piggy bank. You only break it open when you know there's something valuable inside, right? And how do you know? Because you're the one who put the money in, one coin at a time.
So here's the big takeaway. The test itself is actually a massive vote of confidence in you. It's proof. It's the universe acknowledging that everything you need to get through this, the strength, the wisdom, the resilience, it's already been deposited inside you. The test, that's just your moment to cash it in. Okay, so we've established that we have what it takes, but how we actually move forward, that makes all the difference. And this is where we need to talk about a really key distinction, the difference between persistence and insistence.
Our source draws a really sharp line between these two. See, insistence is all about your own will. It's about trying to force a specific outcome. Like demanding that promotion right now. Persistence, though, that's different. That's about staying true to the path, to your growth, and trusting that the right things will happen because you're doing the work.
Insistence can feel a lot like, well, the Portuguese word is teimosia. It's just plain stubbornness. You're just banging your head against the wall. The source makes it super clear. One is about forcing your agenda, and the other is about trusting the path. One leads straight to burnout, but the other, that one, can lead to a real breakthrough.
So if this whole journey, this travessia, is so tough and demanding, then what's the big payoff? What's the ultimate reward? If the process is the promise, then what exactly is it promising us?
And this is so important. The point isn't just to arrive at the destination, it's to be transformed by the act of arriving. Think about any great story you love. The hero is never defined by their final victory alone, right? They're defined by the struggle it took to get there. They were totally changed by the journey.
And that's what the travessia creates. It leaves its marks, for sure. Scars, memories, maybe some pain. But it also leaves you with wisdom, resilience, real maturity. It doesn't just give you a destination, it gives you authority. It turns you into someone with a real story to tell.
And that's really the final thought we're left with.
The journey has definitely left its marks on you. We all have them. But the real value isn't just in surviving. It's in the wisdom and the strength you now carry because of it. Those marks aren't signs of damage. They're proof of what you've overcome. So the real question is, how are you going to use them?